We were supposed to be talking about baby names. Instead, I got a call from the emergency room, from my fiance's phone. But it wasn't her voice on the other end. It was a nurse, calm but serious. "Sir, she's okay, but she's been in a car accident. You should come right away." My heart dropped. I left work mid-meeting, drove through red lights, nearly broke down twice. But nothing could have prepared me for what I walked into at that hospital. The beginning of the end. Rachel and I had been together 5 years, engaged for the last 8 months. We just found out we were expecting. It wasn't planned, but we were happy. Or so I thought. Lately, she'd been distant, tired, needing space. I chalked it up to pregnancy hormones or stress. I backed off, gave her room, picked up the slack at home. But apparently, space was code for another man. The accident. When I arrived at the ER, she was still being treated. A nurse handed me a bag with her phone, wallet, and a small box of crushed mints. As I waited, I picked up her phone. The screen lit up with a string of texts from a number saved as, "G. I told you to leave him. Last night meant something. Answer me, Rachel. Don't go silent now." My hands went cold. The nurse came back. I asked her quietly, "Was she alone in the car?" The nurse hesitated, then said, "No. There was a male passenger, not her fiancé. He fled the scene." Rachel didn't want to see me, but I went in anyway. She was bruised, stitched, and hooked up to monitors. And the look on her face when she saw me told me everything I needed to know. She didn't cry. She didn't deny. She just whispered, "I didn't mean for you to find out this way." The truth, the G from her phone, Greg, a coworker. They'd been sleeping together for months. He knew about me, about the baby. He didn't care. Neither did she. She tried to spin it, said she was confused, that Greg manipulated her, that she never stopped loving me. She begged me not to leave, begged me to think of the baby, begged me to forgive. But the thing is, she hadn't even told Greg she was pregnant, because she didn't know who the father was. The choice, I walked out of that room and made a decision, not in anger, not in revenge, but in absolute cold clarity. I would ruin her carefully crafted story, the one where I was the dependable man she could fall back on, and Greg was just a mistake. The revenge first, I got a paternity test, expedited. Next, I contacted her family, her very traditional, very image-conscious family. Told them everything, showed them the texts. Her father nearly threw his phone across the room. Then I canceled the lease on our new apartment, removed her from the bank accounts, blocked her on everything. Finally, the test came back. I wasn't the father. I sent her the results, attached to a one-line message. "Now you know who to call next time you're in the ER." The fallout: Greg ghosted her. Turns out he was married. 2 kids. The moment things got real, he disappeared. Her family disowned her. For now. Not my business anymore. She tried reaching out again a few months later. Said she was sorry, that she wanted to explain. I didn't reply. I already heard the truth. From her phone, from the nurse, from a paternity test, and most importantly, from the silence between us in that ER room. The lesson: people think cheating is just betrayal. But it's more than that. It's robbery of your time, your trust, your future. It rewrites the story of your relationship in seconds. I didn't scream. I didn't hit walls. I didn't get revenge in some dramatic movie scene way. But I burned the bridge so thoroughly, there wasn't even ash left to walk on. Final words. If you've been cheated on and you're thinking of forgiving, let me say this. You don't owe anyone your peace. You don't have to rebuild a house that was already on fire. And you definitely don't have to raise a child that isn't yours just to be the better man. Sometimes the most powerful revenge is walking away so fast. They're forced to feel the weight of losing you. And when she called from the ER, bruised and broken, expecting me to hold her hand, I gave her exactly what she gave me for months. Nothing.